back to another comic show video. Today, guys, I'm doing a review for Tales of the Jedi, Star Wars. So, I've been waiting to do this video for you guys for a very long little while, so I know it'll take me like a few days, but here it is. So, they just dropped all 6 episodes for the series. I don't know if there's going to be any more. I haven't heard any story or any news or anything like Disney, so I don't know anything for sure. But I'm gonna watch all 6. Most of them are all like close to like 15 to 16 to 17 to 18 minutes. So it won't take me too long to watch all of them. So basically, they're actually before I continue, if you guys are just new to the Comic Show, don't know exactly what I normally do. If you guys are just my returning subscribers, you guys know exactly what I do. But for the new people, I just do for reviews for Netflix, Disney Plus. When I go see movies in theaters, sometimes I do trailer reactions, gaming videos, unboxing videos, theory videos, and all those crazy segments on the Comic Show. So just stay tuned for future content because there's going to be a lot more of those coming along. So either way, guys, yeah, like I said, Tales of the Jedi is here. So I'm going to do a full-on review of what I like about the show. It's going to be tales from Ahsoka, Anakin, Count Dooku, Qui-Gon, maybe Obi-Wan, and a few other people, and even Yaddle. Supposedly, it's another it's a female version of Yoda, but we can see her story, what happened to her a long time ago, and how she died from after the Phantom Menace. Because in the Phantom Menace, we got to see Yaddle in the council room of the Jedi Order. And after the second movie, we never saw her there again because supposedly a lot of people were saying that she got killed by somebody. And I think and most people say it might have been Count Dooku. So maybe it might show it in this specific series of Tales of the Jedi. So before I continue on, guys, I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to see what's going to happen, and I'll see you guys a little soon. So, hello, guys. So I am back, and I have watched all the episodes of Star Wars, Tales of the Jedi. So, I have watched each episode, so here's what I know, and here's what I saw from each episode that I really like. So starting with the very first episode, I knew for a fact it would be about Ahsoka because when I saw the set photos of each episode, I knew that the first episode was going to be about Ahsoka, so I was right. She was born out of a little Twilight village. Her mother decided to take her out hunting after a year she was born, and her father was very protective. So he wasn't sure if she'd be up for the task of taking Ahsoka to out in the wild. So basically, her mom takes her out, shows her how to hunt, and they were able to shoot this some sort of deer some creature, and her mother was just showing her how to put it out of her misery, and during the process, Ahsoka sees this tiger-like style cat creature, and her mother is trying to protect Ahsoka from being attacked by this cat-like creature, and during the process, all the other villagers show up trying to help out, but during the process, the tiger-like creature picks up Ahsoka, runs off, and the mother is like, "No, Ahsoka!" And then not even a couple seconds, the creature took Ahsoka to, I guess its den, and it was planning on eating it, but apparently Ahsoka was looking at it deeply right in the eyes, and her little hand touches the nose, and I think she was able to use the Force to I think its ability is called. I think the ability is called. There's a Force ability that you're actually able to tame a creature. I think it's called Force Tame or something like that. I think I like that, or Tame Creature. I can't remember, but she was able to use that ability to tame the creature. They're able to tell the thing to bring her back to her village. And guess what? It actually did that. I was like, oh my god, that is so cute. I was like, oh wow. So as soon as the villagers see the creature like walking its way towards the village, they're about to shoot it, but instead they told him to stand back. And then as soon as the mother sees Ahsoka, she's like, what the hell? Like, what, how come the thing didn't eat my daughter? So once it got very close to the mother, it bowed down like this, and she was able to walk up, grab Ahsoka, and they look at it, and the creature and the tiger-like creature just walks off, and the mother thanks it, and then it looks back a little bit, and then it walks off, and that was the end of the first episode. So I just think that episode was pretty cute. I thought it was just a very awesome. So I think for the rating for that episode particularly, I think I was gonna give it a 5 out of 5 because it was just so touching. It was just so cute. I really liked it. It was just like very, it was very interesting actually. I really liked it. So for the second episode of Tales of the Jedi, we got to see a younger version of Count Dooku. Yes, Mr. Lord Tyrannus. So yeah, we got to see him and a younger version of Qui-Gon Jinn. So they're going on a mission to save a son of the senator of one of the senators of, I guess, Coruscant or the Supreme Chancellor, or was it like that? I can't remember which, but so yeah, basically they're trying to save the son who got captured by this group of people on this planet. And then they were able to find where he was, but then the senator came to help to get his son back. But during the process, Count Dooku and Qui-Gon had to fend off the people that were trying to protect his son, basically. It was kind of weird. It was kind of like out of the place. I was like, okay. But because the senator wanted to take justice and try to kill the people that took his son, so there was a little blast off. So Count Dooku and Qui-Gon were able to like defend some of the senator's guards, and yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was not a lot to go for that episode, but it was pretty cool to see like a younger version of Count Dooku. Without him with his beard, it was just like him all clean shaved, and a young version of Qui-Gon, which is pretty interesting. They actually got the voice really good for Count Dooku. It actually kind of still sounds like Christopher Lloyd, right? Yes. But it was pretty cool. For the rating for that episode, I think I'm just gonna give it I'll give it a 4.1 out of 5. And then there was episode 3. Okay, so before I continue, these episodes are based on the time periods of the movies. So yes, so I think for the first episode, I think it's based around the time period where Ahsoka was born, and I think even Anakin wasn't even born too. During the second episode is during the time period where I would imagine because Qui-Gon's not really older, right? So I would imagine that Anakin is still probably a baby, and he's still being on Tatooine, still trying to learn the ways of surviving being a slave with his mom. So that's why we got to see like a younger version of Count Dooku and Qui-Gon. But in the third episode of Tales of the Jedi, we got to see a older version of Qui-Gon and played by the same voice of Liam Neeson. Ha! I was like, there's our boy, there's Qui-Gon, there's Liam Neeson. I was like, oh, I was so happy. I was like, oh, it was great. But here's a big kicker. We got to see Master Yaddle. So in the first episode of Star Wars The Phantom Menace, we got to see Master Yaddle slightly in the corner of our eye in the Jedi Council. So, but we never got a chance to see what happened to her, right after the Attack of the Clones. So, here's the mystery that we all wanted to know. what happened to Master Yaddle. So in episode 3 of Tales of the Jedi, we got to see a little backstory of like how Lord Tyrannus, aka Count Dooku, turned to the dark side. So I think it's probably during it's actually literally during the process of the Phantom Menace, because Lord Tyrannus is talking to Qui-Gon after he returned from, encountering the Sith Lord on Tatooine, so aka Darth Maul. So and then that was after I think it was after they no now that want to make sense. So yeah, it was probably after he encountered them. They came back to Tatooine. So Obi-Wan's there and Anakin's there, and then after that, Lord Tyrannus decided to try to go see Darth Sidious but before then, he decided to go to this weird tree looking thing that in the courtyard of the Jedi Temple. And he's just like looking at it, and then Master Yaddle shows up and asks him what's he doing there, and he says like this. I remember he's saying like I remember the first time I took Qui-Gon here when he was just a small little boy, and then he was just saying like a little story, and then he decided to talk to Master Yaddle for a little while, and he decided to leave to go do some business, but Master Yaddle believes that he's hiding something. So she decides to follow Count Dooku after he leaves in a shuttle flying across Coruscant, not getting out of Coruscant, but flying through the city to a place that we saw in Attack of the Clones, where he meets up with Sidious at the end of the movie and tells him about what happened. But during the process, he was telling Darth Sidious why he sent Darth Maul to attack Qui-Gon. But during the process, Master Yaddle followed and was actually listening in what was going on, and she decides to walk around the corner of the ship. It's like, oh, so this is where your allegiance lies, yada yada yada, and Darth Sidious is like, oh, so you've been followed. This is like, no, this is not what I expected to happen, and so he did the liberty of like, well, I'll take care of her, master. So he just takes out his lightsaber. She takes out hers, and they start having that like little lightsaber battle, which was pretty cool. And then he was, somehow succeeding, and then after he, backlashed her towards that big like entrance doorway, and he was able to flip the switch, and that big giant door slams right against Yaddle, and that's when he first called Sidious Master, because that's when he basically wanted her to say it. And then after they fought, Yaddle died. The door slowly opens upwards, and then she's like holding it up, and then she falls over, like limp on the ground, and she's like really weak. And Count Dooku stood up, ignites his lightsaber, and decides to take care of the business and kills her right there on the spot, because he doesn't want nobody to know that him and Darth Sidious encountered each other, and that's how he betrayed the Jedi Order. And yeah, because he didn't want nobody to know that he has his allegiance with the Sith. And during that episode, it actually shows him delete the location where Kamino is. He was the one that deleted the information. That's right. He was the one. Holy crap. That shows up at the very beginning of the episode, though, and then it plays on to what happened right at the end where he killed Yaddle. So now we know who deleted the information for Kamino and where the clones are. So that concludes it for that episode, for episode 3. So I think for the rating for that one, I'm probably just gonna give it a spot on. I'll give it a 4.4 out of 5. All right, so episode 4. Yeah. Oh no. Sorry. I'm getting my episodes a little confused a little bit here. So, So episode 2 is where Justice is Count Dooku and young Qui Gon do that thing with the senator's son, and then the third episode, is where Mace Windu and Count Dooku do a job with each other, and they are trying to figure out the death of a fellow Jedi Master, and then they were able to find the body and bring it to the Jedi Temple to actually give it her an actual burial. There's not really much that really happened during that episode, and then that was actually technically episode 3, and then episode 4 is called the Sith Lord, and that's what everything happened. So sorry, I kind of missed that episode. Sorry, guys. I kind of spaced a little bit. I had to think for a second there. It's like oh, wait a minute. But so yeah, so that was technically episode 3. Mace Windu and Count Dooku were actually with each other, and they were doing this thing where they were trying to find a Jedi Master, and they were able to bring her back to the Jedi Temple to actually put her in safe burial. So yeah. Then, yeah, like I said, episode 4, that's what happened with Yaddle. So then in episode 5, actually before I get to episode 5, in episode 3, there's really something interesting. Mace Windu was actually not part of the Jedi Council yet, and this was before he probably got asked by Yoda to be on the council. So that was before episode 4, or after episode 4 is when he's on the council. And then, okay, so now we can get up to episode 5. So sorry, guys, I kind of missed on episode. I kind of messed up on the little episode 3 and 4 a little bit. I was like, wait a minute. It's like I think I'm kind of messing this up a little bit. And then I realized, oh yeah. But so yeah, sorry for the correction there. So episode 5 is where we got to see Ahsoka and we got to see Anakin all grown up. So I think it's between pre-Clone Wars / almost towards Revenge of the Sith. So we got to see her training at the Jedi Temple with the training remotes, and we got to see the original Master. What's his name? I can't think of his name at the moment, but basically, it's that Master we got to see, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, where he was frozen in I don't know, some sort of yellow carbonite or something. It's that one where he's has a little bit of those dreads. Can't think of his name in the entire. Hang on. There we go. It's Tira Sinubu. Tira Sinoob. Master Tira Sinoob. So yeah, Master Tira. So yeah, it's Master Tira. So yeah, he's there. He's helping Ahsoka training, and then he reactivates the remotes to go into Battle Century droid mode to experience the battlefield, and then after Anakin decided to take her onto a real test outside of the Jedi Council's vision, to go to an area with clones. They have their guns set to stun, and he's helping Ahsoka to blast away the stun rays in order to survive in the battlefield. So it took her many tries to master to deflect them, and it took her after to the pre Revenge of the Sith, before Order 66, because at the very end of the episode, basically we got to see her having Rex tell her to put her hands behind her head, and after this, the whole door opens with a whole bunch of clones, and it was just pretty interesting. So so it was pretty cool to see Anakin Skywalker actually to be the master he needed to be to help train Ahsoka to be the awesome Jedi that she is. So I thought it was pretty interesting to see that he had the liberty to have taken her out of the Jedi Temple to actually train her outside the vision of the council members. So Oh, that was pretty cool to see. It was awesome. So I think for that rating for that episode, I think I'm just gonna be spot on. Like, mm, I think I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. I think it was pretty cool. I don't think I rated episode 3, did I? No, I didn't. I think for the rating for episode 3, I think I'll probably give it. I'll give it a. I think I'll give it a 3.9 out of 5. Yeah, I don't remember if I did, but if I did, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so episode 6. Okay, so episode 6 was pretty interesting. Not gonna, not gonna be into it. Not gonna lie about it, but it's just like episode 6 was really awesome. So it's actually after Order 66, and Ahsoka's hiding from the Empire, and she's on this planet where she's helping harvest food and materials and supplies for all these people. And she accidentally used her powers to save somebody after this droid was stacking a whole bunch of hay barrels on top of this uh, conveyor tray thing, and it malfunctioned and it was falling over, and then she used her powers to save her. So it's kind of like the same situation with the Fallen Order, how Cal Kestis saved his friend from falling, but it's a different process. How Ahsoka saved her from all the hay barrels sort of being smashed against this one lady, and during the process of the episode, she gets asked by the lady to help her take help her like restock the carrier thing with hay to the buyers so the buyers can buy all the hay. And then when they come back, her brother overheard her saying Jedi Master to Ahsoka, but she doesn't know who Ahsoka was. And so he called the Empire, and they sent I think it was some sort of inquisitor, but it was so badass. It was a dual bladed lightsaber, and he was just spinning around a little bit, and then so you're the Jedi, but his mask looks pretty cool. It was kind of like I think it was kind of like more like a Darth Revan-ish kind of a mask, but it was way different though. But it was just like glowing with the yellow eyes. It was like like this shaped. So yeah, Ahsoka didn't call her lightsabers. Instead, she was able to dodge his lightsabers. The entire village was burning too, and the only persons that were alive was that lady's brother and this one older gentleman. And she had this nice little standoff with this dude, and she was able to grab this dude's lightsaber and recoil with it and slash his fucking face. Slash his fucking freaking mask off. I don't know if she killed him. I think she probably did. And he lay down on the floor, and she flew the lightsaber, and then she was able to commune to Bail Organa to get the rest of the survivors to fly off, and then she decides to help with the situation with the rebels and actually go out there and goes back out and fight. And that was it for all the episodes. So I think for the rating for that one, I think I'm just going to give it a spot on 5 out of 5 because I really liked that one. It was really cool. I really liked it. And, oh god. It was awesome. I liked that little, I liked that Inquisitor. It was pretty vicious. It had, and its cloak had the, symbols of the Empire on it. It was, pretty cool. But either way, guys, the entire show of Tales of the Jedi was awesome. I really enjoyed it. It's a great show. It's a great short series. So I'm not sure if there's going to be any more episodes. But if there is, I'll let you guys know in a further future episode. Gotta say, it's gonna be very interesting. Very interesting series. I'd love to see if there's gonna be any more, but I'm not sure yet. But who knows? But there's gonna be a lot more Star Wars shows gonna be coming out soon. There's gonna be Acolyte. There's gonna be Ahsoka. There's going to be a few other ones I can't name on top of my head at the moment, but I can't wait for those 2 other shows. So, but that's it, guys. So, there's nothing else I want to say about all these episodes. Like I said, I'm sorry that I screwed up episode 3 and 4. I was kind of trying to remember everything. So, but Yeah, I really liked it. Nothing else I want to say about it, but it was kind of cool that they space these episodes during the timelines of all the movies, except for episode 1 and 2. Except for episode 1 and 2 of the show, they weren't really based on some of the movies yet until episode 3. So yeah, it was. Sorry. And yeah, but anyways, I totally recommend you guys watch the show. It's really cool, and I totally recommend it 100%. 5 stars. Yeah, I love it. So, catch you guys next time on the next comic show, and it'll probably be tomorrow when I do another review for Andor episode 9. So stay tuned for that, guys, and get you guys in the next one, and if there is going to be more episodes for this, I will let you guys know in the further updated videos. So stay tuned for that, and catch you guys in the next one. So, whoever you guys are in the world, morning, night, good afternoon, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.